what's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good.
Wrap up dinner? Get it all done?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Had leftovers.
Nice.
Spaghetti.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, I saw y'all's stuff on TikTok and stuff, and y'all helping everybody out. And I'm just like, I wonder if I can get in with y'all.
Yeah. Me and some of my friends, we've been playing and kind of, it started self-serving, right? You're just looking for people to play with to grow, and then anytime the game kind of gets slow, stuff of that sort, we kind of hit a place where we're like, well, if we've already done all the dungeons and have the titles, and, or all the raids, all that stuff, it's like, might as well try to see how many people we can get through and do stuff like that. And then it kind of became the game for me more so than I find way more enjoyment in that. So
yeah, I just recently finished the whole chess piece thing.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks to also your little diagram on the Discord, and plus I've been seeing on also TikTok this other guy. I don't know what his name is, but he always gives updates about Destiny.
Gotcha.
I cheesed it. I did the 4 things and did the mid game, and then that was it. Like I ain't doing the whole 60.
I don't blame you. So.
No.
All right. I don't know. I see that you've unmuted now. I don't know what I should call you or how I should say your name.
No worries, you could call me Roman numerals or 16.
16.
I've heard, it's pretty funny because people either tell me I don't know what that number is, or they just say Roman numerals.
Well, to be honest, I didn't even read it as numbers or like Roman numerals. I thought it was, like, who knows? I've played with a lot of different people, so you just never know what they do. So, what is your intention on having that as your name in Discord? What would you like to be called? Because I like that more than me coming up with something.
16 is completely fine.
Okay, so here is I know I literally just said I'll call you whatever you want to. One exception to that is I like my best to find 1-syllable words just because it makes call-outs easy. If I call you 6, is that going to be an issue?
That's completely fine.
Okay, cool. That works. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I am.
I'm just running around the nether, but I'll go to warp it. I can do it.
Oh, shoot, we gotta invite. We gotta Bungie names and all that stuff.
6 is it? This is your Bungie name, right? On the.
Yeah.
Okay. 257. So I'll send you an invite, and then Jack, you can. At some point down the line, if you could go, and you don't have to do it right now, but like to the Ask Charlie channel, and if you do like /register, it will allow you to basically, if I create events, we could schedule events and pull people in by their Bungie name and stuff, but it also would make your name in the server what your Bungie name is, and then anyone could add you and pull you in. But you sent me yesterday your
Yep.
thing? Okay, let me look for that real quick. Where were you talking about that?
I think I can pull it up.
LFG.
Yeah. I think it was in the general Destiny.
Oh, was it? I'm probably just completely looking it over. Oh, yep, I see it now. There you go.
Yep.
Jack, there you go. Got it. Okay, and then 6, did you get my
Oh, you play on Steam.
I do. Started on Xbox back in the day.
Once Frontiers and stuff comes out, I'm thinking about moving over to Steam.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different platforms that you can play on, but the, through PC. So, different things like that. Like you could get it technically through the Xbox store, stuff like that. Or like the Xbox launcher and things. But I think Steam just seems to be the most. Okay, I tried twice. Let me see if I can join you.
I have my fire team set to close, but I can change that real quick.
3, 5, 7. Okay, I was just gonna see because I sent you 2 invites, and let me know when you change it, and then I'll just try to join you. We can go from there.
You can try it again. Should work.
Okay.
That ship does look badass, though.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm a big fan. It keeps saying target is not currently on the line. Let's see here. Maybe I can just send an invite, like a friend invite. Okay, player found. Let me know if you get that.
I have not.
Can you try joining me with my stuff?
Says your fire team is defense only.
Okay, let me change that real quick. Alright, it is open now.
Ooh, I like that. Malafis Kiss, Filter. I like that. Alright, I'm switching to Buyer Dyad.
Alright, we got it. Let's see here. So you run. Okay, Warlock, and then Jack, what are you on?
Hunter.
Oh, sweet. There we go.
Hunter Prismatic.
It's very rare that we get a full blend of. Usually it seems like everyone's, like we either full send on Titans or on Warlock, stuff of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've been basically soloing Destiny. I've only done this dungeon once. I've never done Ghost of the Deep. I've never done Root of Nightmares. I haven't even done the new Witness raid.
Yeah, I found that to be more common than expected. There's a lot of people that have not done the Salvation's Edge. We've done a lot of teaching runs of it over time. I will say the only thing about it is we usually just try to set things up for like weekends, just because when we were doing it on weekdays, which is when we usually do our runs, we would end up having to do multiple days, which isn't necessarily terrible, but it's just one of those things where sometimes it can be difficult to get all 6 people back together for a second night. And since we all have like real jobs, stuff of that sort, it's not. I wish this was full time. So, okay, so what we're doing, have you done Deepstone Crypt? Or.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to have the augments from Deepstone. So the scanner, operator, and suppressor. But they're going to be corrupted, meaning that they just operate a little differently than they do in other places. So what I want you to do is I want you to get this scanner buff, the yellow one here, and then 6, you can get the operator if you're cool with that. So Jack, go ahead and pick that up. First thing you'll see, you're going to have a timer at the top of your screen, I believe that's where it's at. And it tells you how long you have on the buff. And so you can, to get rid of that, if you just come to one of the ATMs here, you can dunk it into this. I'm talking the yellow terminals, what we're calling ATMs, but you can just dunk it into that. So go ahead and do that, and then it'll reset it. So you can dunk it, pull it out as many times as you want to. There's no cooldown on that. And then 6, you may have to do the same thing. Jack, what you're gonna do here is you need to get close to these buttons here. And if you can either hear a very positive sound depending on your game volume, or you can look at your radar, and if that circle or if an indicator for that comes up and says, like, it stays on your screen, that will mean that is a correct symbol, or I'm sorry, a correct button that needs to be pressed by the operator, which is the red augment. So when you come next to this one, does this stay on your radar? Do you see this button on your radar? Okay, so then that means 6 will need to shoot that one. Now check your timer on your thing. You may need to dunk it and refresh that. Okay, so there's one.
One by the door. That was the one.
Yep,
To shoot.
the front one. There's one right here, Jack.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm coming.
You're fine. So one right here.
Yep.
Okay. There's one across the way here.
Yep, that one's correct.
Okay. And then there are 2 more that are here in the middle. There's one on this column here. And there's one on the ceiling up there.
That one wasn't correct.
Okay, so it'll be this one on the column.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So now you can just run through this door here. It'll get rid of your augments. You shouldn't have to dunk them. Perfect. So we're going to use a
Here's
variation of that throughout this run, that mechanic there. So,
Okay.
okay.
Sounds good. I never learned that there. They just they stuck me on ads and they said, "Oh, let me just do all that."
Have you ran this? So you have ran this before or no?
I've ran this though, but I was just ad clear.
Oh, I got it.
I ran this where they were like not talking at all.
Oh.
They did it, all of it. I was just sitting there like, okay, and then they
Unfortunately,
said,
I'm probably going
"Shoot."
to talk too much. You're probably going to be like, man. That
"Oh,
dude
you're good.
explains a
You're
lot."
good. Oh, you're good. Go ahead. I like that. You never get that, like explaining stuff like in Destiny anymore. It's like, oh man, you don't know how to do this, man. This game's been out for how long? I was like, I don't have time to do it.
That's not a great experience. Sorry.
No,
I've run past these dudes here.
you're good.
Go through here. Probably gonna die here just because I just full sent it down there. Oh. I feel like I set you up for failure there.
No.
I feel like I was standing in the one place you
I have
possibly
a
could.
very vague memory of the trip lines in this dungeon. And I don't know how I feel about that because I didn't really get to play this game at all last year. And anytime that I logged in to run this with my friends, it was either very late or I did not feel like doing it. And there's a very deep regret and trauma of this dungeon somewhere.
Really? Well, let's see if we can change that. Let's see if we can get a better experience for both of you guys. So, okay, quick refresher here. And this is a total like sidebar, not something that you guys have to do right now, but just so you're aware, in the server, there's a channel, Destiny Resources, and then you can click all those. They take you to a website I actually set up for my clan, and then I have like a deep dive breakdown of all of these dungeons and stuff like that, like with maps and everything is in one place. And so this one, I actually, back in the day, I had typed everything out and kind of like gave that deep rundown because when it came out, I was going on vacation, so I couldn't teach it to people. So I kind of had to just get it all out of my head, and then because people wanted to run it and stuff like that. So just so you guys are aware that exists, if you ever need it or want to check those out.
Resources. Oh, cool. Let's see. Vesper source. There it is.
So yeah, so I would say the maps would probably be the main thing that may be helpful, but really this dungeon's not huge on maps and stuff of that sort. It's more just kind of focusing in on like the mechanics of what we're doing. So for this room, we're going to be split into, or we're going to have to go into 3 different rooms and dunk orbs. You guys can move freely through this area if you want to, but just don't interact. There's like an interact thing right here. Just don't interact with that. We're going to dunk some orbs that we get from these side rooms into these 3, I like to call them toy bins back here. They kind of look like a toy bin I had as a child. And so you just dunk them into there. Once we get all 3 of them done, we'll be done. So how that's going to work is we're going to kill some enemies. There's going to be a brig that comes down here in the middle. Once that brig dies, we will have a scanner come out. Jack, I'll have you pick that up again since you did that in the last, just so because you're already familiar with it. And then I'll show you how to do it in here. And then 6, I'll have you do the same thing, if that's cool. You can pick up operator and do that, and I'll kind of just slay out kill ads and kind of do Titan things. Once we basically will run into one of the rooms, Jack, you'll scan, you'll tell 6 which ones to hit. 6 will hit them. An orb will drop, kind of like it's like the nuke orbs that come out from deep stone, things of that sort. We'll bring it back out here. We will kill the brig that comes down, dunk that one, and then we'll do it 2 more times. We just found that doing the heart room first, and then we go diagonal over to the brain room back there, and then finally we finish up in the lung room here to the left. That's just what we did for contest mode. That's what worked for us, and that's what helped us get past it, so we've never strayed from it. There is no rhyme or reason to that. You can do any of the rooms in any order. You just need to finish whatever room you start. You don't want to go into one, get halfway through it, try to get the orb, and then come back because the brigs can get in this weird situation where it kind of like soft locks the encounter. So that's my only piece of advice for it. So, all right, we can do this on the fly. This is a pretty relaxed, I would say relaxed, but this is a more teachable in the midst of things. So let's back up here and then we'll do. Alright, Jack, you'll see that skiff right there. That should drop the scanner dude here in just a moment. Go ahead and pick that scanner buff up. And then let's head straight into the heart room here in this close right corner. Jack, go just drop it in this ATM right here and then pick it back up so you can redo your buff. And then you're going to scan the room in a counterclockwise order. So come up here, this will be 1. See that right there?
Yep, that one's available.
Okay, so you got 1. And then up here on the stage, let me get rid of these things real quick. This one where I'm standing on it would be 2.
Yep.
This one right here is 3. That's 4. And then these 2 in the middle are 5 and 6. 5 would be right here. And 6 would be around this corner here. So there should be 4 total.
Yeah.
That are lit up.
So, yep, the first 4 around are good. The ones in the middle are not.
Okay, so dunk your buff. 6 is going to shoot the ones up. Perfect. All right, I'll grab the nuke. You guys dunk your things, and then I'll let you guys clear out. There's going to be like a stasis shank, or a couple of them. Those are going to be the biggest ones we're going to pick out. Just because they slow you. Sweet. All right, I'm going to let one of you grab this here. Jack, you're gonna come over here on the back side of this big white ball, and you can choose any of these 3 bins back here and dunk it into it. Perfect. All right, let's go brain room here.
All right, let me refresh real quick. Oh, wait.
So, are you talking about refresh your scanner? So what
Yeah, I'm like 4 seconds away.
Yeah, sorry, you're gonna die. There's no easy way to tell you this. So if you leave that in there, then you can pick it up in the brain room. Sorry, I should have said that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so those, no, you're fine. The reason I call those ATMs is they actually work like ATMs. Like you can grab the deposits out in different areas. So, but I did not say that. I shouldn't have assumed that you knew that. So.
You're fine. You're explaining a lot and so much. Just like you forget some stuff. I remember some stuff when I was explaining a lot. I used to be like that.
No problem. All right, so you can dunk here to refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh, look. All right. So you're going to do this room the same manner. You want to go counterclockwise. Start with this one that's here to the right. So right here would be your first one.
Yep.
So call out the numbers, like when they're good. So 1, this would be 2.
2, 1, 2.
This is 3 right here.
3.
Okay. 4 is on this little thing right here. That's 4.
Yep, 4.
5 is up there. And then 6 is down here. Watch your guys' time here.
Yep. I gotta refresh. Oh.
You can use process of elimination, like if you scan 5 of them and there's only 1 left, it will be the last one because we need 4 total. That would be correct.
Yep, so this one's 1.
Okay. So she's already shot 1.
2. The shanks are at 3.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys dunk your thing. Out here. Come out here. Your terminal is going to be right.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the path that I take for this. So use the right-hand path when you do it, because you kind of lose. You can't double jump and stuff. So I like to come on the right-hand side, and then you kind of just you're able to get over here. And then you can always drop the nuke if those dudes are kind of gonna mess with you. The stasis one is what I mean. So I'll move this one here first down. Okay, let's go to the lungs room.
Excuse me. So they dropped the trailer for Edge of Fate. Do you really think we're gonna meet the 9?
And I will find out on Tuesday. I saw they did a little tease reveal. All right, so one of the buffs is out here. Okay, so 6 years is out in that little thing out there. Jack, yours is going to be in around the corner here. And then this room is the only one that's a little different. So grab that there. You are going to read these in the order that you encounter them. So come up here. So this would be 1. This would be 2.
2.
This would be 3.
3.
4 here. And then you
Oh,
got
4.
5.
It's not 4.
Then you got 5 and 6.
Okay, so 1, Yep, that's 4 right there. Then that one's. All right.
This one is no.
Yep, that one's not it. The other one is.
Oh,
Let's see here. So you said. I don't know if they changed.
Yep, they changed. Oh no, 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 no! You're good. You're good.
If they changed, I just got so lucky. I just, you know, I just went four for 4.
Because they changed for me.
Did
They
they
literally
really?
changed when she died. I was just like, oh god.
Wow. All right, 6. We'll grab you here as we come this way. So yeah, when you're doing that scanner roll though, you just want to make sure that you here, hold on to that. I'll rest real quick. Just want to make sure you're real clear on like basically what I found is like you honestly almost don't want to say anything until you're just calling the number out that is the right, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Because when we did contest mode, I was saying not this, not, and then like my teammates would anticipate that I was saying, telling them which one it was when I was trying to tell them which one it was. So that's more on me. Sweet. Good stuff. Six, how you liking that Chaos Reach buff / Geomags?
it's liberating. That's all I could say. I remember when Ghost of the Deep released. First they reworked Void 3.0,
Yeah.
and then I was pretty sad about that. I missed like the old suck melee
Yeah.
the Void Warlock had, and then Solar released, and Void felt even more underwhelming.
Right.
And then I was finally able, like with Ghost of the Deep, I was like, I might as well go and try Arc, and I had so much fun with it, and I really thought to myself, oh my god, I wish this was so much better. And now with this recent episode, I'm a whole new Warlock.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, are you gonna be sad if I ask you to run well for final encounter?
Only moderately.
If I didn't think we genuinely needed a well, then
You're
I would
good.
not do it. One of my good friends that I play all the time with, his name's Spartan, and so we run a lot of stuff together. He's our warlock, and he's so generous about being a well lock, but I always feel terrible about like asking him to be the div, stuff like that. So, all right, Jack, let's talk about this encounter here. This is one where actually having the map can be helpful. Like if you're in here, because that first encounter is actually fairly approachable, where you can get in, you can kind of do it by yourself. Like once you get a feel for it, not that it's necessarily the best way to do it, but. So we have to get some nukes, and then we are going to have to dunk them into numbered bins. So I always struggle to remember where the first... Okay, I just got a nuke. I think... I didn't do this. Maybe still integrating it. That attack right there, just great line of sight with him when he does that to you. I don't think it's this one. I think I'm cheating. But we're going to go through here because it's dangerous out there. Yeah, this is 2. Okay. I need to do this. I need to do this dungeon. Kind of set it back. Let's hold on to that just for a second. I'm gonna do this thing. We're basically just kind of clearing out future stuff at the moment. Yeah, come this way. Alright, one is here. Dunk right there. And then we're gonna get another dude here. Right there. to the left here. So what I might have to do is I need to close this door. So we basically have those power reserves you see on the side. Go ahead and open that door if you will. And then once we go in, we'll have to close it behind us. We can open the next door. And we'll dunk here. So one of you guys can grab this one here. Let's see if I can find any others. Close this door back. I think I left this door open, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, perfect. Sorry, I'm actually just trying to get some of these power reserves back so we can have them for later. If you need to, you can drop the nuke. One of us can grab it too for radiation consuming. All right, so I'm gonna power this off. Grab this. All right, let's head this way.
Sorry if I'm silent. I'm more listening to you when you're talking. So.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. This is like one of the few parts of this that I just have not locked into memory. You guys can grab that. Alright, we're gonna go straight across here. It's getting a little spicy for a second. Don't get back here. Supposedly they fixed the secret chest in here. What did you guys? Oh, you guys have done this before. I was gonna say if you only got armor or something, you might not have grabbed the secret chest yet. But did you guys get weapons or anything?
All I've got was weapons.
Sweet. It's a better place to be in than the alternative. All right, you guys go through that door. I'm gonna close this door. All right. Six, if you come this way. You need me to grab it?
Yeah.
It's there.
That's well.
Alright. You guys. Oh. So, here, let's do this. We'll backtrack and we'll grab the secret chest just in a second.
God, I love the borrow dyad.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back to the secret chest.
Basically another touch of malice when you reach the first.
No, it's really, really strong.
Velocity baton. I remember getting those.
What'd you get on it?
Oh yeah. Destabilizing rounds and reverberation.
I would definitely hold on to that. I'm looking for one with attrition orbs on it to just make the orbs thinner.
My cat's literally like guarding the door if my wife should take a shower.
What kind of cat you got?
He's a black and white one. I don't
Gotcha.
know exactly what breed he is.
We,
But he's lovable and he's stubborn.
there you go. We've just typically got, I actually don't, off the top of my head, remember the breed of them, but we recently got a ragdoll, and he's a spitfire. And he's gotten so big over the last, like, couple months since we got him. Man, he's big. His paws are real big. I did not expect that, but... Oh, it's the airlock situation. Let's see if it lets you through. We may have to come through here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's gonna actually do an airlock. Sweet.
Come on, Hunter. Thank you. $144.
Do either of you guys have Icebreaker?
No, that's the reason why I'm doing this. I want my baby back.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out it came back, I'm just like, oh my god. I even have an ornament for it already, and I'm just like, same with Vex Mythic class. I never got Vex. I only got it on D1.
I gotcha. All
I
right.
could took a few runs, and then I have no memory of doing the quest for it.
But did you did get Icebreaker?
I did get it, and it's one of the numerous exotic quests that have been erased from my memory.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair and valid. Okay. So for this
9, 2,
one,
5, 6.
I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna do my strand or stasis titan smash go burr situation.
If you need me to be in a different subclass, let me know. I have basically everything unlocked on him.
So
on her.
the main thing I would say probably a tether would be nice if we could catch all these dudes in the tether. I've actually not ran this with a tether hunter because I ran this a lot back in the day when tether was disabled for it. So, and then
I can run tether.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Just deadfall, just straight in the middle of them when we break all the servers up. We'll do a refresher here in just a moment, and then honestly, 6 you can. I'm sure Chaos Reach will be just fine. You just kind of have to spray it across them probably. I actually don't know how that damage works. If like a Nova in the middle of them would be more efficient, but I don't.
DPS wise, what do you want me to run? I think I remember this guy.
What'd you say?
So what gun do you think I should run for DPS? 'Cause I got Sleeper, Xeno.
Do you have Wardcliff Portal?
Yes, I do.
So you could do that.
The question is going to be, how do you damage this boss? Because I remember what this is now, it is not. I think most people use Parasite.
Yeah, you can do Parasite as well. Did you say you don't have it?
Oh, I have it.
Oh, I got you.
I have no idea if there's something that's better at this point.
So it's interesting, right? Because like the Wardcliff stuff, Wardcliff does extra damage to vehicles, and things like that. And I think these are technically vehicles, so I think it would do well. Yeah, Tether and Wardcliff were both. I'm not sure if Wardcliff was. I feel like it was. It feels right when I say that Wardcliff was disabled for contest mode, but I don't remember 100%. So I guess I won't.
It was. I remember it.
Okay.
I remember everyone was like, "Why is Warcliff disabled for this?"
Yeah. Before we
yeah.
knew, it's always fun. Like when they put the patch notes out and they say like the disabled list, and we try to figure out what they, it's like what are they cooking up? It's like I can't even figure out. So yeah, let's do. I would say if you guys want to run, I'm gonna be on tractor. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna run tractor cannon because you're running tether. Let's do. You know what? I think I'm just gonna run this. No, you know what? I'm gonna run
I'll run the new grenade launcher I got as damage output. Hello, Wardcliff microphone.
Yeah. I guess I'll just run a machine gun. Just so we have that there. Okay.
I do know how to do this one.
Sweet.
The numbers that are on here, you gotta look for the ones that they're different.
Yep, they're going to be lit up. The servitors up top. So just remember, we're going to have a third buff now, which will be the suppressor buff. When you have the suppressor buff, it overtakes your grenade. So whatever button you press to activate your grenade, you'll do that. it'll put a little clone out there, and then you shoot the clone, and that will trigger the boss once you break the clone. And then from there, we will come back down here. We'll get all 4 of the numbers. We'll put them in, and then that will kind of take us into the damage phase. And then I'll probably grab suppressor, and then kind of drop that there, back off from it. And then once I break that, Jack, you'll drop that tether just straight in the middle of where all of them are going to spawn in. I'm going to start doing my glacial quake, and if you guys just start just spraying Wardcliff, just, fire and just spray it across them. So just like if they start to try to spread across, just kind of sweep it, over them. And I'll be really interested to see how much damage it does. I've not.
I am too.
Then, so.
I have not used Warcliff since year 1 of season 1.
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. It was one of the first videos I put out that kind of got the tiniest bit popular. It was on YouTube. We went Gorgon hunting in Vault of Glass, and we killed like 5 lions.
I remember that.
The Wardcliff are what fry them, because they are coded as vehicles as well. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was a very, very fun.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
Honestly, man, I had a different channel, and then me and a couple buddies do a podcast. So I refreshed. Basically, I started a channel with the Sax Plays Games channel on YouTube. When I flipped that one, because I was posting our podcast there, I just made that for our podcast, and then this one. So it's probably been just a couple of months. So actually streaming there right now. So, but all right.
Yeah.
Do you guys need any kind of refresher other than that, or you want to just go ahead and give it a shot?
I'm good if you're good, 6.
I'm good.
Let's do it.
Yep. I remember this boss very well.
Good. Oh, also my slightly vulgar sounding piece of advice to everyone, and this is don't take balls to the face. So you just want to try to avoid that at all costs.
A really vague memory of someone yelling at the boss to drop his balls when this was released, which is really funny.
That is very funny.
Just like I think it was someone that had the operator, and they were just standing underneath him yelling, "Drop your balls!"
Yeah, that's Wait, I remember because when I was teaching this early on, like when this first came out, people were, a lot of people were very stressed about the difficulty of it. So it was kind of like the first moment of brevity where I'd be like, don't take balls to the face. And like, it always kind of broke up the stress that people were feeling being in here. So.
Oh shit, I'd rather get the damn, what's it called? Or do we get it afterwards? I was always a heckler on this.
What are you talking about? Suppressor?
Yeah, the call out or something to shoot the numbers.
Oh, that's down at the bottom. I dropped that in ATM already.
Okay, good. I was like, I vaguely remember this on this part because I was always doing the damage phase and stuff.
Yep. Okay, so we have 9 and 5.
9 and 5.
So we come down this way. I'll just type that in real quick.
5, 9. Here, add stick a breather.
So we're gonna have 2 more numbers we gotta get.
Kinda like this. Grenade launcher, holy shit. I could just got a god roll on it.
Oh, the velocity baton?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Oof. Talking about balls to the face.
Don't do it. Don't do it, it ain't worth it. Oh, I always think it's kind of odd that a boss has a stomp mechanic, but it has no feet. All right, 3,
4. Yep,
3, 4, 5, 9. All right. Yeah, whoever or whichever of you wants to grab that and put that in. 3, 4, 5, 9.
All right. Say 3, 4, 5, 9. There's 3.
It's on the front here. 3, 4 are on this side towards the boss. So if you want to do 5 and 9 on that side, you see them up here. 3's up here where I'm.
Up. 3, 4. 5, 9.
Yep. All right, tether in the middle.
Oh shit.
You don't have your tether back.
No, I don't.
Pretty good.
Holy
damage.
shit, damage.
Yeah, if we didn't have the tether there. Yeah, just make sure you hold on to that tether for the next one. I was wondering if you'd get it back before. I'm actually a little surprised, but maybe we were just a little too efficient killing. We can spend as much time between these phases, like if we need to farm up a super or anything. But
Yeah.
we will two phase this if you have tether next time. That's fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna do anything about it.
I mean, I don't think we were gonna one phase. I think we would have probably. I mean, we would have done 80% better damage. That's how that works.
Yep. I have my super back now. Good.
Okay, teleported.
Yeah, leave me integration alone.
False to the face. All right, Jack, grab that blue there and hit your grenade key. You don't have to get too close to him. You usually can hit it from around the corner.
Yeah, I got it, and he just took a.
Let me grab that.
He took a
It'll
chunk
go
with
away
me.
here in a second. 5 and 1.
5 and 1. Gotcha. Yep. When you get a chance to do the same thing, and yeah. 1 5.
1 5. Just I'm upgrading this, so let's just go. Miracle.
That's how they did it too. When I was doing this with nobody, like literally silent. They were just like, this number, this number. I'm like, okay. They could hear me. It's just they couldn't like talk for some reason. Not even put mic required.
Oh, it was your posting?
Yep, it was my posting. And then they were just, they went with the flow. I was on Hackler the whole time. So this is a lot better. Like, getting to here, cakewalk. First time I did this, oh my gosh. No.
Oh, careful here. Behind you here.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, there's limited space here to get away from that dude, and I wanted to shoot him so many times, but I didn't want to be the reason that someone died by shooting and exploding. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we'd have to reset the counter. Number of streams since Sack shot a shank and killed him. Alright, 7 and 6. Alright, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7.
6, you want to try it? Or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay. Alright, so 1, 5. What was the other one?
6, 7.
6, 7. Alright, Vandal, calm down. 6, 7. There it is. Alright, now I have my tether.
Right, here we go. 7.
Yep.
Oh, did you guys see that chunk?
And
Let's
he's
go.
gone.
Have you guys? Oh my gosh, that actually was crazy. That was insane.
I'm glad I did keep the tether. Ooh, I got another gun. What is this?
Well, you can feel pretty confident that you guys are going to end up on TikTok, so hope you're okay with that. But.
No.
Well,
Hey.
to be fair, in the
Oh,
clippable
no.
part 6, you probably didn't say a word, so only your screen name will be on there. I guess I technically could
Perfect.
blur that if you wanted to, but that chunk was insane though. So, all right, we go back up top. Have you guys played around or used those the ambition orbs that like you hold your interact button to consume them off the ground?
Mm-hmm.
They give you
Yeah.
100% bonus. You might have seen I kind of ran in a weird way when I grabbed that suppressor buff. It's because I was snagging one of those, and I think that's what chunked him so much, because I was getting like 100% more damage on all my slams. So
Do you think the Guardian honestly just looks down on the ground and just picks it up and like maybe flicks some dirt off of it and considers it?
yeah. How long does the ambition orb get to sit on the ground before you can say it's
that's
like
what's been plaguing me ever since they released this episode. I'm like, if it's on the ground, it has to have something on it. And does a 5-second rule apply, or is that different?
well, so yeah, that's a great question. Maybe the nature of it being taken means that germs don't go onto it as much, or maybe it just has so many germs that it doesn't quite matter. Maybe that's a really good question that I have not thought once about this whole season, but you've now played with that. So are there any dungeons you guys have not done?
Goes to the deep.
Ghost. Just wondering what your guys' favorite dungeons were.
The dragon one. The one that
Oh,
you
yeah.
literally, that one you go into the dragon. One of them is called Succession,
Wait.
where you gotta go to the Black Garden.
Oh. Are you
I think
talking
it's
about
called. It's,
dungeons like this, or are you just talking about missions in general? Or are you
oh, that's a mission?
I don't know. I'm actually not sure what you're talking about off the top of my head.
I don't know. It was in the Legends tab. I went over to it and I went to do it, and it was
that's
one of the
an-
weeklies.
That's the exotic mission. I gotcha. I think I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah. Hold on. Let me shoot this. Oh, I'm not gonna miss it.
Hunted Dog has been probably one of the dungeons
The
I've
chest
had more
snare.
fun with recently.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of that. I like that they did a bit of a return to normal health pools for the bosses. Like,
Yes.
obviously the Zoetic lock set has an odd actually I don't know if I can here. I actually don't have an idea how this I don't really know how this chest works, so let's so I think you have to like, okay, yeah, you have to put like some sort of code in, but I don't know how to, off the top of my head, how to do it, so.
Um, I feel bad for my Titan. I fully neglected her. I have not played her since fucking Witch Queen.
Man, I don't really neglect my other characters. I use them like in a utility way. Like anytime these come out, like I'll play all the different classes. But man, I could load directly into my Titan like in my sleep. You know, like we fire up the game, it's just immediate. I always just fire up my Titan first thing. This jump was very risky. I'd say if you can go to the side, probably be better.
Yeah, anybody's getting that.
I kind of just full sent it, and then I was like, oh, I can't really believe I landed it. Sorry, it's getting spicy. Nice. Do the clones work on the lightning? If you drop a string clone, then the lightning says, oh, I'm going to strike him.
Probably. I've always used threaded that one because for some reason my prismatic has a lot.
I played a lot of Hunter earlier this season with the gifted conviction stuff. Oh my God, it's just so much fun to turn into like a chopper. Go up into the air and
Yeah. Alright, we should be almost to the last part.
we are. This is it. Good stuff.
Ah, there you are.
Ready? I don't like to rush this if people don't want to rush it because it's a very nice sight, but yeah.
See it goes.
Perfect. I was gonna say, I was wondering if we all had a seated emote. That's awesome.
I always have a cozy one with my guardian, have a cat in her lap,
There you go.
and she just falls asleep.
All right, let's get it. Wake her up.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very likely, I would say, just Queen Breaker is going to be a little Queen Breaker, bolt charge action. Jack, if you want to do, I would say if you want to run Goldie, you know, like Celestial Goldie, that'd be good for that. Since you don't necessarily have to run Div if you don't want to, but I know I said earlier, I break your heart with the well. You used to go with that.
No worries. Yeah, well's fine. The question is, I
Here's
have
my
Div
Queen Breaker.
somewhere.
What'd you say, Jack?
Look for my Queen's Breaker. Ah, there it is. Alright, and then you said Celestial. Yep.
And then, so that we get healing, the two things you want to make sure you have in your last row will be, or you'll for sure want to have defibrillating last. And then I would say probably limit break as well. Especially if we're going to have a div giving us the buff, we don't necessarily need to have part of their instruction.
Can I tell you something crazy?
Sure.
I've never used it.
Really?
Really.
That's awesome. You
I
have divinity,
know.
but you've never used it.
I have actually never used this gun because there's always been someone else that mandates. I guess like I've just encountered the more like I want to be the div bitch player. Because I have legitimately have never had the opportunity or need before someone runs it. Someone else has always done it.
We're in a world of first, ladies and gentlemen. So this is great. I actually can't believe that.
And I know, didn't they change how it fired? It used to be you could just hold it down consistently.
So it still operates in the same manner. You can you can hold it down, but what you'll have is if you break the connection with the boss. So let's say you're firing on the boss, he teleports. It used to come back like really, really fast.
Okay.
But now it takes longer. You have to have the weapon firing on an enemy for a longer period of time to actually proc the div bubble.
Okay.
So you kind of want to do that. What you'll do is you'll want to basically hold it down. So you'll like, this isn't going to be a great representation, but you'll like hold it down and then to fire, and then once the bubble's up, you kind of start like tap firing it, and that will help you because you don't have to like hold it the entire time to get the bubble up or to keep the bubble up, but you do have to kind of like hold it down to generate the bubble at the beginning. So
okay, so if bubble is up, basically just
tap. Yep.
Okay.
And then that's why a lot of people run Cenotaph, the aircraft carrier helmet, with it, because you don't have to reload, because it'll just auto reload the trace rifle. But if you have to
another exotic I've never used before.
But do you have it?
I do actually have it.
So yeah, so I mean, if you want to, if not, I would just say run speaker sight. Is that one you have right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I actually have that equipped. That's kind of a default. If someone needs
Right.
it well, I usually just kind of bring speaker.
So that would be fine as well. So I think that would be perfectly fine. We will get some passive healing from defibrillating blast on our artifact, like when we discharge the bolt charge. However, obviously putting the well down, and then once the well goes out, being able to put like a rift and a speaker sight orb down, that's a very nice option as well. So just something to kind of think about. But if you want to go all in and be like, hey, what's it be, using all sorts of things that are new and fresh for the first time, you could just straight up
What's
run it.
bad is I hate how Cenotaph looks so much.
Oh, yeah.
When it released, I told people, I'm like, I refuse to use this abomination.
I didn't know that was a speaker
ugly.
sight ornament. I didn't realize speaker sight
refuse
had
to
an
use
ornament.
it.
That's nice.
How times changed.
So, for prismatic, do I have to be on prismatic for the golden gun, or do I have to be off of it?
Oh, you can do either. So if you want to stay on prismatic and just rock your just rock Goldie, as long as you have Celestial Nighthawk on, it'll give you the single shot. The key though is you want to make sure you fire the Goldie outside of the well. So when the well gets planted, basically what happens is the Well of Radiance gives a certain amount. I think it gives 20% now of a radiant buff, so 20% extra damage. But the inherent buff, like radiant buff that you get from Goldie, is actually 25%. But it overrides it if you stand in the well. So you will lose damage by standing in the well, if that makes sense. That's why you'll see people when they do damage testing, or if you see like hunters running and stuff, anytime they're in a group with a well planted in the middle, they always look down at their feet typically, or they'll see like where the well is planted and walk outside of it, because as long as you're not in the circle of the well, it won't override it. So basically what that's going to look like is when we go to damage, like when we go up top, we will shoot out this chute, go up, and then we will I will immediately cast my Thunder Crash. We're going to do damage on, there's like gasoline tanker that's up there. And basically, we're going to go straight to that. Six will drop the well on that. I will drop our bolt charge barricade for us to stand by. I'll try to drop it behind us if I can. And then that will give us the ability to not have it block any of our shots, but we'll still get the bolt charge. And then I would say realistically, you should probably just pop your Goldie when we get up there, and then just wait till you see the div bubble, 6 div bubble pop up, and then I would just shoot straight into that. So you get the, you'll get the 15% debuff, and then you'll get the 25% from actual radiant buff from you firing your Goldie.
Sounds good.
Okay.
As for this, I might need a little refresher.
Yeah.
Like I said, all I did was add clear.
No problem. So we will do. There's gonna be the 3 different roles in this. Again, scanner, operator, and then suppressor. I will grab suppressor, and remember, you use suppressor for the. You'll have the what we call it was the rad boys, the radiation boys that run around and have the shield around them. And so we're going to basically you drop the clone, like the little blue clone that we were using to break up the boss in the last encounter. You'll drop that in a certain area, and then you basically try to bait those rad boys to the clone, and then you break the clone, and that will pull the radiation off them and make them damage. The scanner. What you would do with the yellow scanner is you would look at these blue indicators. So you can see the even numbers over here, 2 and 4, 1 and 3 there. You would just run close to them and you would call out for us like which one it is. And so it'll just like the very beginning of the raid, like the first encounter and then the opening, or the dungeon, where you ran up to the thing and it stayed on your radar. It would do the exact same thing. So it's gonna say there, like, you would say, okay, it's 2. And then if 6 or I, whoever has the buff, we will go around the room and we're gonna look for the 2s. There's gonna be 4 of each number. So you can see like there's a 2 on there and stuff. And so we're gonna find them all. Once we do that, these sets of lights on the one side will pop up. So either these 3 or these 3 over there will pop up. We will drop down the elevator. There's 2 elevators here. They go to the same place, so we can use them both. And then we will go down into a series of 2 rooms. So either one room, which is blue, kind of like this room we're currently in, and one room that is red. They both kind of have the same feeling to them. There's 3 ATMs in the room. They're going to have the 3 buffs. Reminder, when you get done using your buff in this room, dunk it into one of the ATMs here. So you got 1 ATM there, 1 there, and then you got 1. So there's only 1 on the right. There's 2 on the left. So we'll dunk our buffs up here. They will show up in the rooms downstairs. We'll do the exact same thing we did. So red will grab operator. And so the red will get picked up, shoot the buttons. Then the yellow will run around to the various bosses. There's going to be like clones of the boss that will be in 4 portions. Usually we call it like top left, top right, bottom right. They're going to run up near those enemies and they're going to tell us which one it is. So, and it'll do the same thing. It'll ding in the same manner as when you go up to these. And so let's say it's top right, we'll nuke top right. It will drop one of the orbs just like we were taking for the first encounter. We'll pick it up and we'll go into the little like bomb shelter that's in the center of the room. We'll dunk it in there. The room will get real hot and fiery, and then we will come out of it. We'll go through this little underground tunnel. We'll go into the other room. So let's say we did blue room first, we'll do the red room second, or vice versa. And then once we're done with that, we'll come back up here. That's when we'll get launched out of this up top, and that's when we'll start the damage phase. So
Gotcha.
6 would go to the gas tanker. You and I will pop our supers. Once she gets the div bubble up, you fire, hit the div bubble, then you hop in the well, and then I'll hop in the well with you guys once I thunder crash. I'll get my thing down, and we'll have great success. We're gonna shoot the boss. And then about halfway through the damage phase, just remember we're going to have one glowing enemy that'll be up top. We'll shoot that enemy, it will drop a nuke, and then there's a bomb shelter up top that's kind of in the close left corner, kind of like where we climbed out of when we got up top. And we'll run into there, we'll dunk it in there, that will protect us, and then we'll come out and we'll have a second half to the damage phase. So it's a very lengthy damage phase, so just remember that.
Okay. And feel free to just absolutely fire into wherever to place the well, because I may sometimes be blind.
That's all right. It's gonna be like if you're looking towards the boss, like we were in that last, like when we were up there. It's gonna be towards like the front right portion. Scanner's up. Jack, why don't you go ahead and grab that? It's the front of the room right by the boss.
Radiation.
Ooh, yeah, I got radiation. Alright, Jack, check those four blue numbers in the center.
Oh, 3.
Okay, so it'll just be 3. We'll call it there. So go ahead and dump scanning now. 6, if you can find all the 3s in the room. Scavenger hunt. Assuming you already got this
No
one.
pressure, right?
You already
Yeah,
got
I got the one on the wall.
that one here. Okay. There's a 3 up here, above this 18.
I got that one.
Okay. There is 3 up here on this column.
Got that one.
Okay. So dunk it real quick so then you can get your buff back. You'll have to go to the right side of the room though.
Yeah.
There's a 3 up above ATM.
Super obvious. I cannot believe I cannot. Every time I look at one.
There are 3 up here.
Oh, it's up here. It's up here. On this like diagonal.
I was about to say,
Oh,
right there?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so make sure you dunk that, and then we are going. Oh, it looks like all 4 haven't been shot yet.
yeah, man. Is it reset?
No, there shouldn't be any issue. You should just be able to shoot all of them like it should. Maybe it does. Maybe it did reset like when you put it there. Yeah, there we go.
You're right
Press that.
there.
Right,
There
we're
it goes.
going- Dunk that one more time, and then we'll go down the left-hand side. Interesting.
We can do, we can do.
Exactly.
Hey, get away from me. I
Alright,
want to
we're
be
going this
radiated.
way. This way here. Easier said
Yeah.
than done, I know.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh,
I'm
almost
gonna
dead.
grab this scanner just so I can get a clear call on where this thing is. I'll need one of you guys to drop down below and grab op. And then, it's
I
on.
forgot. Radiation.
So Jack, you're gonna shoot. One of them is above me right here. There. One of them's above me here. Just there. One of them is here on the back of this column.
Come
And then
on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be directly on it, unfortunately. And then the last one is down by the ATM on the left-hand side. Down there. All right, go dunk that on the right-hand side. Then. Bottom right. Bottom right here.
Oh. Sorry.
When you guys dunk that, if you would, grab that orb. And then we're gonna go into this here. Don't dunk it till 6 gets down here. There you go. You can dunk it. Perfect. Honestly, just showing the reservation of like, okay, I'm gonna check and make sure everyone's in the room.
I'd rather do that. If you want this, I can do that, or the shooter. Maybe the op.
That's fine. I mean, we shouldn't have too much time left. I found that I've had a couple of runs kind of go off the rails a little bit when the scanning portion, just because like things get chaotic if someone dies. So I don't think that.
Variation boy.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Alright. Op is in the top left there, for whoever wants it. Just over there. Okay.
I'll grab it.
Jack, one is here on me. Right here. This little hidey hole. You got it. One is...
Yep.
Down here by this ATM on the right hand side. And then there's one on me here. And there's one up on the wall up there. Perfect. Alright, you don't have to dunk that. It's just gonna go right here in a second. Right here. Got the nuke. All right, head straight in. Oh, I almost pushed one of the bosses in here. All right, Jack, come on down.
All right, coming.
Oh, 6, can you dunk that?
Yep.
Radiations. Yeah, the second time, because we're gonna have to, once we get done with the damage phase, we're gonna have to kill the enemies up top to get them anyways. You can just come straight through these white walls here, and it'll get rid of your buff for you. You see like the white aura that is on the door. So you don't have to dunk it the second. You just gotta dunk it the first one. Alright. You guys need any like armor charges or anything? We can generate a couple orbs here for us.
Yep, I'm good.
A couple orbs there if you need them. Alright, let's go on up. Ready? So check the right side of the room 6. You'll see like a gas tanker right there. You're gonna stand right on top of it and drop your well on there. Perfect. Alright, Jack, go ahead and pop your goldie if you haven't already. And come up here and join us. All right, he's moving to the left, right, my other left. All right, almost have another wall. Dropping it behind us. Okay, he's moved back middle. All right, any healing? Oh.
What the?
So
I just remembered. I was like, oh, I should probably throw a grenade down.
So yeah, that's honestly that kind of turns into a situation where we just had like there was just so much happening around us. So
Sometimes I can multitask. Sometimes I cannot.
that's all right. So yeah, I will say. I actually just watched that back. We just kind of like instant just immediately rewind it.
I see what you mean about the whole screen breakers. It melts them.
Yes, it does.
Sadly, I do not have the catalyst for it.
Yeah, that just gives you the rewind rounds, but the yeah, I'm trying to looking at this right now. To see. Okay, so we form new puppets. Yeah, how long was the well out? That's what I actually want to look at here. Okay, so we're at 19. I will say one thing we might do is maybe we delay planting the well just a little bit till we get there. If that makes sense, like because I'm gonna thunder crash them immediately, just so that'll give us a little more time. Yeah, we were standing. I'll pay more attention this time to it. We were standing without the well for a very long time, so I think if we just pay a little more attention to that, we'll probably be just fine.
You just want me to throw a rift and then a healing grenade?
Yeah, so once that well goes out, yeah, if you will just double stack that, essentially, if you can just drop a rift and then give us that, you can just give us that, the grenade as well. We were almost to that halfway point, and so we're going to have to kill whichever boss is the, or whichever one is like shining anyway, so then we can get the nuke and we can run into the...
So the clone you're supposed to kill does glow or shine?
It does, yeah. Yeah, and they all go down
Has it always
pretty...
been that way?
I believe so.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah, so it kind of has like a glimmering to it. Now, it doesn't in the early portions, like when we go into these rooms at the beginning, it's just when we're up top.
Okay.
Since when that was a thing? Hold on, what?
Oh, were you doing 3 round or were you doing a single shot? You want to do 3? You want to do the 3 shot?
How do you do the what?
So
huh?
go into your character screen and like click into Queenbreaker and then make sure you're on combat sites.
Combat sites, gotcha.
And
Fires a 3-round burst that reduces charge, even 9 further sustained hits, display hits. Ability energy, select scope, spawn it with equipped by default.
then you'll probably want to just run hip fire grip, because for some enemies, like when you're actually doing content running this and they're up in your face, it's really reliable from a hit, which is super nice. So all right.
I really didn't notice that.
Okay, I'm gonna pay more attention to make sure we have the well there, or we have some sort of healing. We're getting it a little bit from the defibrillating blast, but not quite enough to override like 7 lightning strikes and it's being all over us. So okay, with it. Careful here, the grab boys are kind of running loose. This other one. Okay, scanner should be coming up now.
Yep, he going into my stuff. He dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
usually if I place it, yeah. Usually with the new changes that Bungie made with attracting, how it attracts their attention with the walls now. You place a wall of them, stars, usually they run straight to you. Okay. Op is up 46 on the side.
And it's 3.
Okay, well we know where that is. We spent a lot of time looking for that. We probably spent more time looking for the last 3 than we did doing all the mechanics last time, so.
Probably, yeah. I never noticed that. Like, there was like, I was like, did she get that?
Okay.
Accident don't reset if you don't get it.
I didn't know that either. All right, we're going on the right side here. Jack, yeah, drop that there. drop is underneath on the left-hand side.
Ah, I might die.
You got it. You got it. I believe.
Nope, I'm gonna die. Yep, 10.
It's all right.
Radiation times 10.
Op just dropped up top. Like, it's floating up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These guys will not leave me alone.
Yeah, we might need to. There you go. Good job.
Alright.
One's in that little box there.
Gee.
You got that last one up on the wall. And then how about there must be another one somewhere. He's not starting. So you did this one here, right? Inside this little thing, Jack. To your right.
What? Oh.
Then down here.
Yep, I did that one.
Go ahead and shoot it again, if you will, just make sure it hit. We're waiting for something.
Yep, but I got a deposit here.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure you're probably gonna have to shoot him again since you're depositing.
That big time.
It gets real hot real quick, but if you're fast enough, you can technically shoot him.
Yep, it's not that one this time.
And you got this one up on the wall up here too, Jack.
Yep.
You got just try shooting all four of them again, because right now we're not doing anything, so it's looking for something. There you go. Okay, go dump that
Right there.
down.
I'll try.
Here we go.
Bunch of them.
Okay, I got a dump kit 6 if you can grab that, and then I'll be down there in just a second with you guys. Coming. And you can dump it
Oh, that was hectic.
down. Yeah, if it doesn't take us into the damage phase, even if you think you shoot one, I think what maybe happened, are you using the like healing auto or something? I'm wondering if those projectiles are not like cooperating with the connection, you know, like hitting the thing how they're supposed to. Even if they look like they're kind of like flying that direction, kind of playing this on the back end. All right, we're gonna have to keep moving. We're gonna keep moving, and we're gonna start. Yeah, that was kind of gnarly. You know what? We're
Oh my lord. He was hell.
may go out in that dead area for a sec. Just see if we get the radiation. I don't think they'll chase
Yeah, they do.
you. Alright, we gotta come this way. Directly below you there. That's where the op is. Go to this stairwell first right here. And just up on top of the backside of that column.
Ah, gotcha.
And then you're gonna have one directly below you near where you picked up the thing. And you're gonna have one up on the wall here. And last one. Where the last one is? Oh, it's in the middle. This column right here. 2.
All right. Where's
See it
the
right
last
here?
one?
Right here.
Yeah. I already shot that one.
Okay. There you go.
I got it.
All right. Make sure you don't die to the timer on that thing.
I got 25 seconds.
Okay. Perfect. We'll be out of here in 25 seconds. Bottom here. All right. You guys can get ready.
Good thing you died in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So while we're doing damage, let's keep an eye on the well timer. That's more a call out for me to keep an eye on this one. Ready? Let's do it. Make sure you get that goldie off on him. Oh. Oh, I got you. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh no, you're good. I was.
No, we're good. We're good. We're just gonna backload it here.
Ah.
Alright, so we've already killed the one with the... Alright, grabbing the nuke, and then you guys come in this room here.
It's so hard to see the dude level in my just absolutely use all of my ammo.
That's alright. That's alright. Alright, here we go. This dude keeps his bum. Okay. Right side. Okay, we're going down. Yeah, I definitely could have
It's like,
done
mm,
better there.
when did they add the three burst rifle for the Queen Breakers? That's always been there.
To be honest, I'm not. I know it's definitely not always been there. They added legendary 3 bursts before they added that, but
'Cause I, for the life of me, I swore I don't remember that.
well, I mean, there's a reason we haven't been using Queen Breaker, right? Like it's not been a meta pick. I don't think in all of Wrestling 1, basically. A little bit in Gambit, I think at one point, but
Oh yeah, Gambit.
let's grab this here. Okay. First set of rat boys down. Okay, you're
I got
ops here.
I got ability. Alright. Scanner grabbing.
Okay, ops up 46.
It is number 1.
Dang. I gotta try to learn something else. Alright, one here above this door.
There's a one right here.
That's all of them.
Hey.
Going down right again.
Alright, let me buff this thing. Alright. Play my cards right, we can actually get them in this round.
Oh yeah, for sure. Confident. Just make sure you guys are scooping up any ammo you need.
I got 3 rounds left of the Queen Breakers, so I'm trying to.
Make sure, take a second real quick. Let's make sure that you have like a finder on, like a heavy finder. So I'll make sure you
I
get
do.
some more of that. Okay. I've been trying.
I have heavy ammo finder and heavy ammo scout.
Let me make sure I have a scout on for you. Been doing a lot of solo content recently, so I haven't been having to generate ammo.
I have got these go.
Okay.
Big boy coming away. Watch out.
All right, come on down. Go right below you, Jack, if you want to do. So we got one in the cubby. One down by this ATM here. One up on the wall. One down below this ATM I'm seeing. Sweet. Alright, go dump that.
The radiation guys will be off our backs a little bit. We'll be alright.
Bottom right here. One of you guys wants to grab that real quick. Alright, we're good.
There's no way to kill yourself.
You could, if those rat boys were too close to the door and you held the orb, you could do that. Or if you just stand in their thing because they're so kind of. Oh, look around this room here, Jack, for some ammo, because sometimes when those enemies die to the radiation or like the fire, they will actually drop it.
Yeah, I got 11 shots now.
Okay, sweet. We'll be in a pretty good place on pole actually. So. You're able to get down here.
I'm running. Ah!
It's okay. Circle.
Yeah, radiation boys, I'm in the middle. I got turned around.
You're good. Let me see. Actually, what's the timer at?
11 seconds.
Okay, yeah, no, we're just gonna respond right here.
Yeah.
Takes longer than 11 seconds to get to you.
Alright, I'm in the beginning room.
Okay. If you can come down the left-hand side. Because we're now on the other side.
Yeah, I'm on my way now. Grab him.
Alright, you can start shooting them. From that one that's up behind the column as well.
Damn radiation, mother cracker.
Yeah, there.
Sorry.
You're good, man. It's your thing's floating in the air. Where you tried to jump up to. Nice. Yeah, let's go shoot
Alright,
all
now
four
where's
again
the
if you
tunnel?
will.
Where is it going when I have no shot yet?
Back in the column, maybe?
Oh god, hi.
Did you do this one already?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
There we go.
Make sure you don't die to the.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
This one here. Okay. So you ready to go down below? Alright, grab a nuke. Okay. Once again, with feeling.
Right.
In gravitas.
Hello, did y'all leave me some ammo?
Generate a couple of orbs there. That's the need.
Why is he going? Okay, right. 17 rounds to go on.
We got this. I would say let's probably, once we get over to you, let's go, we'll drop the well maybe a little sooner than we did last time, because I think we can kind of front load this damage here. Yeah. Yep, that's good. Left. It is. Our well is now, but the boss is dead. Absolutely. And Jack got two icebreakers. Did I just see two?
Wild.
I saw
Two icebreakers, baby. Let's get it.
I mean, I called Bungie and I said, hey, I'm playing with a guy for the first time and like I need you to drop him icebreaker, and they said, hey, I got you, fam. But I didn't think they really had me that much. That's a joke.
One for my warlock, one for my hunter. There you go.
Good stuff, y'all.
Whoa, what's this?
Oh yeah, interact with that. That starts a quest, a long quest. And then the best tip I can have for you, let me see here. It's like an icebreaker bot. Icebreaker Caddy it's twitch.tv/icebreaker Caddy. Send it to you.
Oh, baby, I missed you. See if you sound the same.
Alright, I just posted it in the general Destiny chat. It's the lowest res version of the Icebreaker Catalyst I've ever seen in my entire life. But if you go there, they will have some instructions on that channel. You can join and they will tell you in the chat like what code to put in. It's in that room where all the mines were and you said, oh look, there's a chest back there. You go in there, you grab an operator buff, you put in whatever code they tell you, and then you interact with the chest and it will drop you the Icebreaker Catalyst. And you can just skip the entire quest. Because if not, you gotta run this like 5, 6, 7 times, like doing various things in here, crazy puzzles. There's a bunch of stuff in here.
This is my ornament for it.
You already have the ornament?
Yep.
Nice.
I think I'm ready to go into some Crucible and crap on some people.
There you go.
Back in D1, Icebreaker was basically my trials flawless runs.
That's awesome.
I would get so much hate. They're like, why are you using Icebreaker? You're so cheat. And I was like, it's in the game, so I'm using it.
That's great. Well, GG's. Thanks for hopping in. I've had this Discord for quite some time, but it was used just as a Sherpa server that I would go to like the D2 LFG Discord and stuff like that, and instead of using their, like the voice chats that were in there or whatever, I would just send people invites. They come here. that's kind of how we grew our clan over time and did that. But then I figured that was kind of what I'm doing with this Discord anyway, so I just kind of like did a little bit of a rebranding with it and stuff. So glad to have you guys around. I'll try to just use the LFG stuff if you guys want to do stuff in there, and I'll try to do that. Hop in.
Sweet. Thank you. I mean, yesterday, literally, like I said, I was doing that. New ornament available. I already have it. That's what this says on my screen.
New to me.
Yep, not new to me. But as I was saying,
mechanics, so that's why I have in my profile every anything with Destiny server I join, looking for practice raids. And like I do mechanics and I forget them within 48 hours because I have to run them consistently. Salvation's Edge is probably the only raid I can do consistently minus the witness.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because it's the one that I run the most over and over and over again. But something like King's Fall, if someone asked me what any of the, I would say the 4 different mechanics are, I would have no idea whatsoever.
Huh. That's interesting. Me and
a pain in the ass.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of just flipped on end, right? Because most people, when they're running or they talk about playing Destiny, it's usually more of a like, oh, I don't know the newest thing, but like King's Fall is ingrained in my, it's like, oh, I played
right
from the beginning of D1, and I never played them in D1, but we played we just ran them so often. And then like, I mean, the whole community that like my whole clan and everything that we have, we've had since 2023 or 22. We ended up doing like, I don't know, there's just been a lot of dips, right? Like there's been a lot of times where the stuff's kind of died down or do whatever. And so we kind of just, like, myself and all the mods we just discussed, and we're like, we have to kind of make our own fun, like find ways to keep people engaged. And it's like, people would not play Destiny all week except for the one raid night, right? And they'd come back and like we play and we'll just try to do. So what we kind of did was just like, especially once Bungie did us a favor, because we were doing it long before they gave us 2 raids every week that were like the pinnacle rotators. We were just doing like, it's Root of Nightmare week, like anyone who wants to learn or do, so we're doing teaching runs and stuff. And so she's in the server, her name is Hala. Her and I have been teaching raids we've been playing together for like 4 or 5 years now, but we do like teaching runs weekly. So usually mine fall like early in the week, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday usually, and hers are usually later in the week, usually Thursdays. And then she's Central Time Zone, so she usually does later. And then I usually like to start a little earlier since it's on like a weeknight, usually about 7:30, stuff like that. So, that's kind of the schedule we keep, and that's where a lot of the clips and stuff that I end up posting and getting, like, I posted a couple, like a week and a half ago, we just did like a Root of Nightmares farm for conditional finality, and we were trying to get as many new people conditional as we could and stuff like that. So just interesting to kind of go through, and that's what we do. So
if you want, whenever you guys are like put up there for Root of Nightmares or King's Fall or even Salvation's Edge, I'll definitely look up there and see, because I don't know if I'll be coming back when Frontiers come in. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see on, for me, I'm just like, I want to see what happens on Tuesday. I'm going to be around for sure, though. I don't play a whole lot of other games. I don't spend a lot of time gaming outside of just doing some Destiny stuff, and usually it has to do with stuff like this. Like, I'll probably hop off right after we get off here, because I was like, well, if I'm not doing anything else, I'm not just going to go. I've farmed in the Cosmodrome, so to speak, like long enough, don't do that too much, but good stuff, y'all. Appreciate you guys hopping in, and like I said, we do a lot of like clan night runs and stuff like that. But what I may end up trying to do is maybe seeing if like something like this time window or something on the weekend, maybe I could do like a scheduled thing actually in this server. And then if you guys are around and if other people who are, you know, hopping in and stuff like that are playing, maybe we could do that. So